Guys, Scott here and welcome to the Rogue Review. So, last Friday, something really cool happened. The Lost Shadow Puppets released their follow-up to their debut album, which came out 8 years ago. It's called Everything You've Come to Expect. I'm a big fan of this band. I saw them play at the Reading Festival in 2008. I'm a big Alex Turner fan. I love Arctic Monkeys. And so, at the end of last year, when there's ripples going through the social media that they'd be releasing a new album, I was super excited for it. And finally, it came out on Friday, and I got to listen to it. And I got to say, this one's a grower. It's a grower. It didn't hit me straight away. You know, I wasn't sure what to think, but as I listened to it more and more, the songs grew on me. Which, to be honest, is the case with most Arctic Monkeys records. You know, at first I'm like, it's good, and then a couple more listens and I go, I really like this. And as I drove to Cornwall to a gig I played and to my friend's wedding on Friday, I listened to the album over and over again because I could, and it's really solid. The singles are obviously great. Bad Habits, it's just a great modern sort of punk song almost. Yeah, it's got this sort of orchestral instrumentation which just elevates it beyond the sort of the rackety sort of punk track that it is. It's just pure testosterone, this song. And then you get on to, you know, more of the album tracks. You know, obviously the singles are great, Everything You Come to Expect and Aviation, awesome songs, but the album track that's really excuse me. The album track that's really caught my attention is track number 10, Patterns. It's really funky and really smooth, and it really, the whole album, it feels like the spiritual successor to several of Alex Turner's other projects. In that, I mean, Miles Kane is obviously, you know, has a big presence on the album, but I'm not a big fan of the stuff Miles Kane does outside the Last Shadow Puppets. But I can definitely feel the evolution of some of Alex Turner's previous stuff. The Submarine EP that Alex Turner wrote for Richard A. Aldi's from Submarine, great film. If you haven't seen it, might have to do a review of that in the future. It's really, there's a lot to it. There's a lot to that Submarine EP, even though it's very short. And this very much, there's similar melodies from it, you know, but they're different enough to warrant them being new songs. So definitely that. It feels like the sort of sequel to Arctic Monkeys' Humbug, Suck It and See, and AM, in a way. Like, different songs feel like they flow from those albums, those different pathways. Definitely shares a lot of DNA with AM. Definitely, it's got that dancey sort of feel. It's very dancey, especially Patterns. And there's little bits of other stuff in there. There's a little bit of Queen in there. Like, there's a song called what's it called? The Element of Surprise. And there's it does feel a little bit Radio Gaga to begin with, some of the instrumentation on it. You know, I was expecting Freddie Mercury to come in just wailing something over the top, but it never happened. But it's a very cool album. Some of the lyrics are absolutely amazing. On Patterns, you know, there's the lyric, and I slip and I slide like a spider on an icicle frozen in time, which I just love, and it's imagery that's stuck in my head. There's loads of stuff going on here. Sweet Dreams, Tennessee. Oh, crikey. It's a sexy album. It really has that feel. It really, the rhythms to it are just pulsating. More the word to use. And the last track of the album, Dream Synopsis, is very much feels like Submarine EP. It shares a lot of DNA with that, and it's Alex Turner talking about a dream that he's had, and you know, he gives shout outs to Sheffield City Centre, and you know, name drops Miles Kane, and talks about all this dream imagery, and it's a perfect way to round out this album that's full of energy. The orchestral instrumentation throughout the whole album just elevates it beyond what these songs would have been without it. If there's a bad side to it, I think the vocals could have been brought up just a tad. After listening to the songs a few times through, I I got used to it. I started making out the words, but for the most part, the vocals should be brought up a little bit. And I wasn't a big fan of track 9. She Does the Woods. Not my cup of tea. It just felt like a big wall of sound, and it wasn't as melodic as the other ones. I do think this ambitious record that you should definitely hear. Go check it out. I've been Scott. It's the Rogue Review, and thanks for watching.